Hello and welcome back, Squirrel Nation. I hope you're all having an outstanding day. So today we are going to review my game one from the round one of the APAC Wildcard Auto Chess Tournament. And yeah, that's like the longest intro title ever. But anyways, so diving into the game, you can tell. So the tournament went really weird. To start off, my first round, 2 of the people didn't show up, so we ended up playing with 6 people instead of playing with bots. This was already something that's weird because it changes the play style, like it changes how the game works, and I honestly wasn't 100% sure what to do. Like, I didn't know how to take advantage of there only being 6 people instead of being 8 people. So what I decided to do is let's just play like I normally would. I mean, I'm still gonna look, I'm gonna try to counter what other people are doing, and I'm going to try to grab something uncontested. And best case is I grab a uncontested build that counters what the majority of other players are doing. So, I mean, that was my goal in the game. So anyways, we're diving in. I start with a 2-star Skybreaker. That's great. We grab the E-Ranger. I do decide to grab the double Knight just because I think that's that can lead to a really strong start. 4 Knights is a really nice start. So if I end up grabbing like an Evil Knight or an Argali Knight, and then I can get my Hell Knight, I could be at a really nice spot. So that was kind of the thinking. Besides that, I'm scouting. Once again, we're looking for the Taboo Witchers. I see those players are probably going for Feather. And then same thing, I saw that somebody did get an Evil Knight, so somebody might be going Knights. That may not be a direction I want to go, but I do hit an Evil Knight in the next round, so that's really good. So now we're up to 3 Knights, and 3 of the good Knights. If I could get Hell Knight, that's a great Glacier start. Same thing, I'm probably eyeing that Shining Dragon, kind of like, well, okay, that could open up some avenues. And we do start with a Frantic Mask, so that's a really great item to have onto a Knight build anyways, because I can throw that on my Lightblade Knight. So all in all, good start. You know, we're happy with the way this game is going, and we are playing the other person who grabbed a Knight opening, and we'll just keep observing. So we see a Goblin start, we see somebody starting Warriors, a couple teams are grabbing Hunters at this point, and yeah, we're just, that's what we're going with. We do use our winning gold to grab the Shining Dragon, just for Dragon Knights. My thought was, if there's only 6 players, I think the games end quicker because some teams are still going to win streak and be strong, and then the problem for anybody trying to lose streak or anything like that is they're going to more consistently fight strong teams. So that was my one thing that I kind of theory crafted on the spot as soon as I found out this was happening. And that's kind of another thing, like, I literally didn't even know we were going in playing a 6-person lobby until like 2 minutes before the match started, so that was kind of a just calculating on the fly type of a thing. But anyways, so I'm just setting up. I decided to go to 5. I think I can win streak from here. And yeah, we're starting with some pretty nice Knight starts, so in my mind is Dragon Knights or Glacier Knights, and then I'm just looking for what other people go. The way that I think about it in terms of countering is if people are going heavy into Feather, I like to go for the Dragons. If people are going for magic type stuff, I like to go for Glacier. I think Glacier are a really good counter for Mages. I think Dragons are a good counter for Feather and for Warriors. So that's kind of my thinking. Unfortunately, we fight the Goblin player, and we are not going to be able to get on a streak, so that's unfortunate. They just, you know, they hit multi-star Goblins early, so that's really nice for them. Anyways, we're just carrying through with that. Looking at this, I could grab the Witcher and Seer to block enemy teams from Feather, or I can block them, plus I could open up that avenue for me, or I can go for the strongest piece, which is the Shadow Devil, and I do opt to go for the Shadow Devil. So that is another thing too. When you're selecting your board, you can keep in mind is sometimes you can buy to open another avenue / block people. You can see in this game though, nobody is going for Feather really. There's only one person who even has a 2-star Witcher. Actually, there's only one team with a Witcher. So picking that up may have been a nice call. I do notice, and this is a big key right here for me at this point in the game, is there are multiple teams picking up the Source and Mages. So it looks like we're actually going to have a few Mage teams. If you look at this lobby right now, like there's a Flame Wizard, you see a Source, a Shining Dragon. So anyways, this stuff is looking tempting. Yeah, Dwarf Sniper is really nice. Same thing, the Unicorn, I could start to head in that Druid direction. But at this point, I do notice people are heading towards mages, and I don't want to play Feather into a lobby full of mages. So that is another consideration. In this, and a big part of this video is going to be me kind of, like, this is my first review of this game, so I'm going to kind of let you see how I review a game too. So I realize if this happens to me again, mages are not something I think you want to run if you don't have 8 people. The reason for that is mages need time to build up, and unless you're win streaking, I feel like a mage team is going to be rough because people are going to beat you up. You're going to be fighting those really strong teams early in the game, and there's just a high chance that your health pool's too low by the time you hit your full on. So anyways, get rid of the Flame Wizard because we do know mages are contested, and I can get my 2-star Evil Knight. And at this point, I mean, like, Glacier Knights are looking good. We know there's going to be mage teams. I already have a really good start for Knights, and also when we check, the other person who was going Knights is not actually going Knights. So Knights are uncontested, Glacier is uncontested, and there is multiple mage teams in my lobby. I mean, things are looking beautiful, right? So anyways, we are going with that, and good, we are winning through this team handedly, and you can also see that we crushed the other person by 5 heroes, so that's really good. We're looking, and you can see everything I'm saying. We have some warriors. That divinity is trying to go towards kind of, it looks like some sort of just warriors. It's not actually going towards mage, but if we look at the bench, people are accumulating stuff. At this point, yeah, why not grab a 3rd hunter? So we're in a good spot, right? This is a nice early game setup because I have the Garrus debuff, I have 2 tanks, I have 3 marksmen, and I have a Lightblade Knight with Frantic Mass. So I mean, my synergies and my heroes are lining up well. I'm very happy with the way this game is starting. And yeah, from here, I'm kind of grabbing the Feather, and I do like that because it is opening that up. And you can see this person is one of the people who definitely wants to go for mages. They're going for like a Spirit Mages, it looks like. And lots and lots of 2-stars. So it looks like we're not going to be able to get on a win streak again, but hopefully we can kill them and protect our health pool. Remember, marksmen are really good at protecting your health pool because they tend to get kills, right? So even though you may lose the rounds, you will still tend to kill the enemy heroes. So that's something to consider. Okay, so I'm being offered for the Glacier, I'm being offered for Dragons, and I'm even being offered the Taboo Witcher. At this point, I think it is just going off of let's get quality into the game. So yeah, I want to keep the 3 hunters for now, and I do agree with that. I think that's the play because the 2-star Taboo is just Knight. I need to just get star quality to carry me through this game and try to open up. And look, 1-2 people with 2-star Thunder Spirits, they're for sure going mages. A person going Goblin and has a Shadow Devil is the first place, so we need to look at the bench to see where they're transitioning. And then the 2 bottom teams have Warrior and Marksman probably set up. So the bottom person is going for Marksman. So I don't want to go for Marksman because it looks like there's probably going to be me plus 2 other teams if I do go for Marksman. And then now we hit this screen, so now it really looks like this is a great time to pivot out of Marksman because it is being contested and we are going to have mages. So yeah, it looks like I do go that way, so that is good. And I'm probably calculating, can I get my 4 mages in? I have a 1-star Frost Knight. I probably don't want to switch that in. I don't think switching out anything on the board is worth 1-star Frost Knight. Like, Dwarf Sniper is just too valuable. Same thing with the 2-star Taboo Witcher and Skybreaker at this point in the game, right? At this, what I would consider mid-game, I don't think it's worth it. And it is about time we commit, which I like, so I am clearing the bench. You can see we are committing now to either Glacier or Dragon Knights, but definitely I would sell the Shining Dragon and I would just commit heavily into Glacier Knight is probably the call. The reason for that is we know there's other people going mages, and Glacier Knights are really good against mages because you can crush through them. And yeah, if you see 2nd place and 4th place are both mage teams, so that will help us out. And anyways, the other thing I'm looking for are the warrior type stuff. Are there anybody going Beast Warriors or anybody going for Feather? Like, those would be other considerations for me if I wanted to pivot to something else. Anyways, we get rid of the Dwarf Sniper. And now we are starting to put in our Glacier. I could put in one of the other Glacier units to get the 2x synergy Glacier, but I don't think it's really worth it at this point because they're 1-star and they're lower cost units, and I have a lot of quality on the board. So we are just coasting with this. We're comparing our economy to other people. My economy is pretty okay. There's only one person who's way ahead in the game, and that's last place because they were lose streaking. So I think that's acceptable, and we're first place in health. So we are doing a good job, I would say, of balancing our health and our economy. So there is another Glacier, the Fortune Teller, so that's awesome. Grab that, sell the Defector. The reason I'm grabbing the Venomancer is for the Warlock synergy at 8. Ideally, I want to get a Soul Reaper, but the Venomancer is a good substitution otherwise. I'm grabbing the Venom there just because I don't think at this point I'm even thinking about dragons. As you can see, there are 100% 2 mage teams right now, 3 mage synergy, human mages going on, so that was the right prediction, and we are in a really good spot. I don't think Dragon Knights is better in this spot. I am very, very happy with Glacier Knights. I just grabbed the Venom because it doesn't affect my economy. 3 gold would not have put me to the next multiplier of 10. So anyways, as far as this game is going right now, I mean, things are going pretty well, you know, not much to complain about. I would say I've been unlucky in that every time I get on a small streak, I've been losing. So I haven't really been able to get on a streak, but I'm barely losing each round, so that's doing good. And here I'm thinking, should I spend the gold to level, or should I just wait? Because you can notice a bunch of people have already gone to 7. So 3 teams already went to 7, and I decided I'm not on a win streak, so I'm just going to, I'm just going to keep going with it. Also, I'm top in health, so I think I want to build up my economy. That becomes my decision. We do fight one of the other people who went to 7, and it's still okay because we actually took our Glacier Knights type stuff into the mages, and we are going to lose, but hopefully we do it, not too badly. So only a 5 health hit, not a big deal. So, and we could maybe even get onto a lose streak if we get lucky here. There we go. We hit our Evil Knight, Hell Knight, and another Lightblade Knight. Glacier Knights, obviously, I want to try to get is my Lightblade Knight to 3-star. I'd love to get a Hell Knight to 3-star. And yeah, that would be great. Wolf round. Honestly, here, I think because I'm econing, I should embrace the lose streak. And I think I should sell the Dragon Knight and sell the Venomancer if I look back. Because that would have put me above 30 gold. 30 gold ties me for the highest gold in the game, meaning, right? So my economy would be tied for the highest, yet I have the 2nd highest health in the game. So I think that probably would have been the play. And honestly, from here, I probably want to lose streak a little bit to transition, because I am going to need to switch out these the 2-star Skybreaker, and I need to switch out the 2-star Taboo Witcher. And we already know what the build that I'm going to go for is, and we know what the enemies are locked into at this point in the game. And we're happy, right? I countered what a good majority of the lobby is doing. And yeah, and I'm uncontested on a great build, so why not? Okay, so anyways, carrying on there, I mean, those are nice units, but they don't fit into what we're doing, and I do for sure know what I want to do in this game. Another thing to consider is here, Claw Wand is a great thing because we are fighting against mages, so I want to get Claw Wand onto my damage carry because that just guarantees that they're not going to die. Claw Wand is such a strong mage counter item because it makes you immune to any skill damage for 8 seconds. And I think I'm hesitating to make Claw Wand because I don't know if I want it on my Berserker or my Lightblade. 2-star Berserker is better than a 2-star Lightblade, but a 3-star Lightblade is better than a 2-star Berserker, so that becomes the hard spot. So anyway, same thing. It looks like we're still losing, but every round we're on a lose streak now, but in minor losses, right? So it's good. We're still 2nd in health, and we are finally actually getting on a streak. It's a lose streak, but I mean that's not bad at this point in the game where I'm transitioning and I want to get up so I can roll for my epics. Here we definitely want to level. I do that. This Venomancer I think is my misplay in this game. I would say I should have just got rid of the Venomancer. I understand why I'm keeping it, but I would put it in at round probably not until round 8 at least, because I would want to have my Desperate Doctor in. And if I'm going to have my Desperate Doctor in, I want to have my 4 Knights in. I would want to have 4 Glaciers first. So sitting on this Venomancer, I think, has been an issue. I probably cost myself maybe probably like two gold in this game based on interest like this round. Okay, so I'm going to sell it. So I cost myself 1 round, so I guess not that big of a mistake. A little mistake, though. Just sitting on it that long if I review this, not in the moment. Okay, so same thing. We're fighting that Goblin. That person's just going for them Goblin gamble, and right now it is doing well for them. So anyways, that is that. You can see how many mages there are, right? There's 2 teams loading their bench with Source. There's another team also grabbing magic type stuff. So tons of mages in the game. Our prediction was right. And yeah, so as far as choosing and scouting, I'm very happy with that. Nice, we get that. We can sell either the Taboo or Skybreaker. Yeah, Skybreaker is probably the right choice because we have enough tankiness at this point. Taboo Witcher gives me more utility, more damage, and also I can free up my Puppet Mask to get out my Lightblade Knight, which is going to help, right? Because then my Berserker and my Lightblade Knight are getting lifesteal instead of my frontline, so I think Skybreaker, that was also the appropriate play. And yeah, anyway, so level 7, we're at 30, so I would assume I'm going to start saving gold to level at round 21, get up to 8, and then I have the economy that I can roll and try to hit my Soul Reaper and try to hit my Berserker. And my health is still okay. We're still at 63, which it's getting lower, but it's still definitely nothing to panic about. So that's good. We do hit a Berserker, hit a Frost Knight, which is nice. So we now have 3 pairs. Yay, I'm finally selling the dragon. I think that was a good call. I'm riding a lose streak anyways, so I might as well econ up, and there the awkward transition finally comes, and I think that's the right call too. So I'm on a lose streak, right? I might as well not risk winning, and at the same time econ up as heavily as I can going into round 21. So hopefully this explanation is clear. If I keep those pieces in, I'm actually a stronger team, meaning I'm more likely to win. And if I win, then I'm going to lose my 2 gold lose streak. And unfortunately, I end up fighting a team who I beat anyways. Really unfortunate is I win, so I lose my 2 gold win streak going into round 20. But as you can tell, selling the Dragon Knight and selling the Taboo Witcher were definitely the right call because I did want to lose going into that round. So at round 20, I would get that 2 gold lose streak bonus, and the health doesn't really matter for me. So anyways, I'm happy with that. And look, 1, 2, 3 mage teams. 3 teams with 3 mage synergy. 2 of them are in first place. I'm Glacier Knights. Nobody is contesting me. Not one person in the game has a knight, right? Nothing. Like, I'm absolutely uncontested. This looks beautiful, right? We'll see. So anyways, we're going, I'm just watching this, I'm like, wow, I can't even believe this. This is awesome, right? Like, at this point in the game, I'm stoked, right? My health is good, my economy is good, I have perfectly selected a team composition, and it just fits perfectly in my lobby because I am countering the lobby and I'm countering the top teams. I'm super happy. Anyways, so like we said, we level, it's round 21, we level to 8, and here we're going to reroll some. I don't need to reroll too aggressively because I'm not contested. If you're not contested, you don't need to aggressively reroll as much when you are not contested because nobody's going to grab your key pieces. So actually, the more you reroll, the more you're increasing your probability of getting those pieces you need. So anyways, from here, I would assume I'll keep rerolling around 30 because at the same time, I could econ all the way up to 50, but I would like to get on a streak more than anything. And to get on a streak, I need to build up my quality a decent amount. The other thing is, I think it's more consistent to reroll heavily after round 21 because what will happen, especially if you're uncontested like this too, is if I hit my 2-star Berserker, if I get my Soul Reaper, then I can get on a really nice win streak, and I can probably even ride that win streak just to end the game. So that's kind of something that the thinking comes in, and that's how I'm playing right now. So we can talk about that more towards the end of the match. But anyways, unfortunately, I'm not hitting really. Like, I still haven't hit a Hell Knight. I still have a 1-star Hell Knight. I still have a 1-star Frost Knight. And I still have my Berserkers pair, but 1-star also. I do notice that the Soul Reaper is being contested, which means, and that is a pretty core piece, because that's what gives me my Agaris synergy, and it also gives me my Warlock synergy, which really buffs up your Glacier Knights. So actually re-rolling, I would say now, is definitely the right call, because 1, I can try to get on a win streak, and 2, I am actually contested for 1 piece that is a critical piece. And the other thing is I have a lot of pairs. I have a pair of Frost Knight, Hell Knight, and Berserker are all pairs. So that's another thing. Same thing, re-rolling. Hopefully we hit. Okay, cool. We hit our Hell Knight, still at 30 gold. Nice. Not looking bad. We're looking at other people's economy. There is one person at 50, a second person really close to 50. They're both level 8. And the reason I say that is round 26 is when a lot of people will think about going to 9, especially these mage players. So the mages who have spent all their gold are in a rough spot, right? Especially depending on their star level, because I am a counter to them, and if they have no gold, they're basically relying on luck at this point. It just comes down to how good is their RNG going to be. So the person who is actually scary, and I can't read any of these names because they're in Chinese, but the person currently in 4th place and 5th place, those are really the only people I think I need to be concerned about at this point. For me now the choice comes, do I econ up to 50 so I could level, or do I keep rerolling? Glacier Knights, keep rerolling at 8. Glacier Knights is a build where I think you're happy at level 8 just to get upgrades, because you want to get 3-star Lightblade, you want to get 3-star Evil Knight. So for me, this is also a right decision. We do get our Soul Reaper, so that's nice. And we do get some more Lightblade Knights, so that is nice. Unfortunately, we did roll down below 30, but that's just kind of the way it went, being disciplined in the re-rolling. One mistake I'm definitely making is there are no assassins in this game, so I should move up more aggressively in my position. It will help me tremendously against the mage players if I have a aggressive position. If I start the match and my Lightblade Knight and my Berserker are already damaging the mage teams, that is a really, really good position against mage players. And the reason Glacier normally corner is against assassins, because if the assassins get on your Lightblade or they get on your Berserker, then you're in trouble. But in this game, that is not the case. There are no assassins, or I don't believe. We can recheck next time it tabs in, so I could push up more aggressively. And yes, no assassins in this game, so I'm totally able to push up. Same thing with the hunters, actually. If I can just kind of crush through their front line by taking an aggressive position, that'll help me. So that is definitely a mistake being made, is I should push up aggressively in my formation. Okay, so round 25, same thing. We're looking around, gold. The person in 5th place is definitely going to go to level 9. You can tell just because they have 50 gold at this round, and they're low on health, and they're riding a lose streak, which means they're riding the lose streak to get to level 9, maximize their economy, and then probably roll. So if they're not level 9 this round, I will be very surprised. And yeah, we're just looking through at star levels. Basically, everybody's at 2-star. The only person with a 3-star is has a mech. That person who was actually going with mech earlier. So we're actually not bad as far as stars. So same thing. Let's just hope we hit our Berserker. Let's hope we hit our Soul Reaper. Let's hope we get our Lightblade Knight. That basically comes down. And there we go. And at this point, there's not really teams we're scared of. Our team composition is the team composition. I think as far as synergies go, we win. Where I could end up losing is either from items or from people getting upgrades over us, but people are not getting upgrades over us, which we just checked. So really it's just if people got some crazy items, but overall we're doing good. We beat that person, we beat the other person from their point of view, so things are nice. Here we go. Okay, so this is one of those games where it's like I'm hitting everything is getting hit to 1 away from leveling, right? So now it's like I want to reroll down because I do want to hit that 3-star Frost Knight, and I don't want to sell anything on my bench because it's all like needed. It's all one away, I guess, right? So that does blow my economy, but it's not a big deal because if you look, everybody's around 20-ish gold, so it was okay. I think it was okay for me to reroll down there. And now I'm so close to upgrades. And honestly, at this point is where it's just RNG. Like, the RNG is just crushing me. I mean, I've had a pair of Berserkers for so long. They're uncontested. Soul Reaper is contested by one team, and my Knights are uncontested, and I'm just having a horrible time trying to get these things. But anyways, so here we go. Just keep re-rolling. At this point, I'm on a win streak. To me, I would just keep re-rolling, trying to get it. Good, we hit our Soul Reaper, and stop. I would probably do even one more re-roll. Re-roll down to 3. Yeah, okay, that's good. I would stop there because I can't buy the Evil Knight or the Lightblade Knight if I go down to 1 gold. So anyways, we're 1 away from Berserker, 1 away from Frost Knight. And yeah, if we get those, we are in a very, very nice spot. Claw Wand on our Lightblade Knight. So there we're going. So the 6th Warrior, this could be the person who does give us trouble, I guess, out of this entire game. And especially with the Dark Spirit. So same thing, if I would be more aggressive and just smash right into them from the beginning, especially the Dark Spirit, I think that's the way to go. So hopefully I start scouting that player and set up. So we just lost. And from the other person's point of view, we drawed. We had a draw. So our team is kind of falling off compared to the enemy. So there we go, another pair, yay! Okay, so now my Lightblade Knights 1 away, my Frost Knights 1 away, my Berserkers 1 away. Berserker and Lightblade are huge upgrades. The Frost Knight's a really nice upgrade, but not as significant. So okay, good, we are scouting that person. I still, once again, I need to move up. That Mage we talked about, 2 people have gone to 9. And yeah, they are just trying to mix it up. And here's another Mage. The worst positioning for me against these Mages is cross spawn like this. This favors the Mage. If I would have been in the upper left side, or even if I would have been same side as the Mage, I would not have lost that round nearly as bad, and I may not even have lost at all. And you will see that later in the video. I do realize this, and I start to position more aggressively. Honestly, this is just me as a bad habit, is I tend to not start countering position until later rounds, like when we're down to more like 3, 4 players. So this is just kind of a bad habit thing, but you can see me positioning for it now, so that's good. But once again, I should be moving up. That's for sure something out of reviewing this gameplay I should do. Okay, but anyways, we're going minion round, and I don't know, let's RNG's this, come on, like, be on our side here. You know, at this point, it's like we have just been hunting for this Berserker, uncontested Berserker, and just no luck. And I mean, in a Glacier comp, like, Berserker's so important. I mean, it's such a damage carry. And in this game, thankfully, I hit my 3-star Lightblade, so that's kind of making up for it, but still, a 1-star Berserker is painful. I mean, yeah, and that's just the way it is. Same thing with my Evil Knight, too. I'm not even close to getting that to 3-star, and that's also unfortunate since they're not contested. So anyways, that's, you know, that's the RNG of the game. But the people, so, and here's another thing, right, is you're looking at, you have 2 teams that are Dragon Mages, and then you have a Human Mage team, right? So, and this is where I mean RNG can just get you, is I'm uncontested on everything I need, and I'm having issue hitting, but yet there's 3 different Mage teams, and they're getting their upgrades, and there's 2 Dragon teams, and they're hitting their upgrades, right? So, like, 2 teams are going Dragons, and they both hit 2-star Dragon Knights, and I have an uncontested Berserker that I just can't level up, right? We all know that's RNG of the game, but the reason I'm pointing this out is we're going to discuss this after the match. I just kind of, I'm setting up for a discussion about auto chess as a competitive game. So anyways, we're looking, so our 3 Mages, and then we have a Beast Warrior, but the Beast Warrior is not in a good spot. They haven't hit their 4th Beast, and they went for the old school 6 Warriors, which is 6 Warriors with Marine, and they're doing that, which is really smart because there's heavy Mages. So the Marine what you do is you drop 4 beasts down to 2 beasts, and you take Abyssal Guard and Siren. So that's what the 6 warrior is doing. So anyways, this Light Blade, you can see, praise be to the Light Blade, right? That is keeping me from losing major chunks of health. There was 5 enemies left. The Light Blade chunked it all the way down to 2, so we didn't lose too much health. Same thing, I'm just like praying to hit my Berserker. I don't know, this is, I would be interested to see how people feel about this, and when you tell me your feelings, please be like specific, right? Like just saying yes or no is kind of not as helpful, and this is truly a subject that I'm curious and I need to think about, and I think it's a point I can improve my game, is should I econ here, right? Like, to me, the reason I keep YOLO rolling is because I'm 1 away from Berserker, I'm 1 away from Frost Knight, right? So I have 2 pairs that are pretty good upgrades for my team, and I'm so close to them. That's why I keep YOLO rolling, but maybe should I have econned, you know? And if you think I should have econned, give me more than just you should have econned, right? Like, why? Like, give me some like thought out logic to it. But we finally hit our Frost Knight, thankfully. Okay, Frantic Mask, I do decide, let's just load my Light Blade Knight. She's been carrying me, and my Berserker is still stuck at 1 star. Like, oh my gosh. Just rough. Just rough. Armor, I'm deciding, normally I would put Evil Knight or Hell Knight because he's going to go to 3 star, but he's not going to 3 star. It's far away. So anyways. There we go. Oh, and by the way, sorry. I keep saying Berserker is uncontested. It's not uncontested, but there's only the 6 warrior, so it's contested by 1 team. But in general, that should not be a big deal. And that's kind of the same to the dragons, right? The Dragon Knights, multiple people went for it. They hit their 2 stars. Two teams fighting for 1 piece is okay. It's when there's like 3 or 4 that things get a little sketchy. But in this game, I only have 1 person going for Berserker. And yeah, so anyways, and now that person is out. So I had 2 Berserkers, I think, for over 20 rounds now, and I've been unable to hit a 2 star, so that is just crushing. So right now I'm scouting. This is going to be a minion round. I think I finally realized, okay, there's only 2 mages left, so now let me take a more advanced position on the enemy teams, and that's what we're going to go for. And yep, at this point, the mages are both at 9. I'm not really concerned with their hero advantage because the way mages and knights Glacier Knights interact is if I survive their first round of ults, I'm going to kill them before, right? As long as I hit my upgrades, and finally, Berserker, yay! And I'm like, oh, okay, yep. And here comes a hard choice, is should I even sell the Hell Knight and just level it, because I'm 1 away, right? I just lost, yeah, okay. I think that's the right play, to be honest, because if you consider, I just lost a huge chunk of health, and basically, if this 1 round could be a loss for me, right? If I don't win this, I could easily lose 12 health. So to me, I think that upgrade, that was the right call, I do think. And let's see how close it, yeah, see, and like, look how close this is. Say I wouldn't have got him upgraded, that was GG. So that was absolutely the right call. And we even pulled that through, surprisingly. But if my Berserker was 1 star, I lost that round. Guarantee I lost that round. And anybody, if you go back and you pause and you see how that looked, just imagine that my Berserker was only at 1 star still. That was absolutely a loss. So anyways, we finally positioned forward. I think we made the hard call, but the right call in selling our 2-star Hell Knight to get our Berserker, our 2-star Berserker on the board. And now we're basically stuck with the team we're going to. At this point, I think I should just econ, and I can probably go to 9 because now I have no chance of getting a 3-star Hell Knight. So then I might as well go to 9 and try to get it in a Legendary. And this advanced positioning is working. You can see it just lets me get that damage on these mages right away. So positioning is going great, and now we do definitely, our advantage paid off, so now we're into 2nd. So there's this top mage, and yeah, so from here just econ and position basically, and allocate items. Heaven's Gift, so a minion round in 2 rounds, right? Cave Clan's in 2 rounds. The Heaven's Gift helps me with Cave Clan. But I could wait and try to get a 2nd Claw Wand to put on my Berserker, So I think that, to me, is the decision there. I think Heaven's Gift is the right call because, yeah, the Glacier clan, that helps. Another thing is, it actually helps Heaven's Gift because it'll let these mages recharge their ults a little slower. Because remember, you have to do 50 damage after armor, after everything, to get the maximum mana per auto attack. So Heaven's Gift may actually slow down the mage team's mana regeneration. So that's something to keep in mind too. But this is one of those calls where at the time I'm not sure. And I for Cave Clan, you'll see that I wouldn't have got a claw wand anyways, so it definitely ends up being the right call. And by the way, I'm repositioning, so I'm same side. I want to always be same side up front in the mage's face. That is what's going to get me good times. And here is, yeah, you'll see. Everything should engage just like as soon as the fight starts. Automatic auto attacks. So that is perfect. And then now by stretching out my team, my entire team's not getting hit by the AoE. So yeah, formation-wise, I'm definitely happy. And see, all these games, if you notice that Claw Wand, how clutch it is. That's the reason my Lightblade Knight's not dying in those early times. So if you all are wondering why my Lightblade Knight looks invincible to all these mage ultimates, it's because of the Claw Wand. So that early game decision to make a Claw Wand was super impactful in this game. Okay, so now here's Glacier Clan. With the Heaven's Gift and being Glacier Knights, I should definitely be able to take Glacier Clan. This shouldn't really be a big issue. The Mage is probably going to lose to Glacier Clan, but the Mage still has 29 health, so it's not like the game's going to end here. So that is that. And then we look at the economy, and I need... So next round I can level on curve, basically. And yeah, and then it just comes down to what we want to put in. And okay, I'm not going to spoil, and we will see how things go. But anyways, like I was saying, we get Magistaff, Dracula's Mask, and still going, that, and you'll see. There's no component for Claw Wand yet. Broken Sword and Armor, so we would not have got it. And also notice, I barely lived. So if I didn't have Heaven's Gift, I don't think I lived through Glacier Clan. So actually, reviewing this film, I'm very happy with the fact that I built that Heaven's Gift and didn't gamble to try to go for a Claw Wand. So the armor doesn't really matter against a mage all that much. It's insignificant. So we're splitting back to our other formation. And unfortunately, I do a Chaos Squirrel special, and you have all seen this, and this kills me. I did not scout after the neutral round. And that is going to cost me the game. And the reason it's even sadder is because, so I lose from my point of view, but watch, I'll go to their point of view after this game, and you'll notice that I actually win from their point of view. So if I would have had the right positioning, I probably would have won, and I would have had a very good chance to take first place in the game. So now we can get to kind of the post-game and what I was foreshadowing during this whole match. So round one, this was my first game of the night. I had a second game after this. There was 2 rounds we played last night. Each round is a best of 2. So this was the results. That game I got second. The next game I got third place. So I ended up with 13 points. And the person who I just fought, who got first place there, is the person that got second place with 14 points. So the reason I wanted to talk about this is because in yesterday's video I talked about the rules and I made some predictions. And after playing last night's game, I think my predictions were spot on. Like, it's almost ironic how perfectly predicted, or how perfectly predictive my predictions were. And I say that because that person, the person who's right above me, got first place, which you just saw, and then in the next game they got fourth place, right? Whereas I got second place and third place. Okay, so to me, I don't think a first place and a fourth place is better than a second and a third place in this game. And the reason for that is I went through and I looked at the lobby, I looked at everybody's win rates and everything, right? And once again, my predictions were spot on. The lowest first place finishes of the people in my lobby was actually 12%. The highest was 31%. So somebody in this was 100% a Smurf, by the way. And also they had a 31% win rate. Okay, and then as far as top threes, The lowest was 40% top 3 finishes, and the highest was 70% top 3 finishes, okay? So the reason I bring this up is finishing top 3 is more consistent for players, and you can see it in my results, right? I got 2nd place, I got a 3rd place. I can finish top 3 consistently, but 1st place is still, it's a dice roll, especially in a best of 2. In 2 games, even the best players in this game, out of 2 games, they're not expected to get a 1st place, right? It's still just a dice roll. And now here's the problem with the tournament rules. The tournament rules are such that if you don't get 1st place, you're not going to get top 2, right? I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. And the person who took 1st, he got a 1st place and a 2nd place, and the person who is ahead of me in 2nd place, and I wish I could read their names, is a 1st place and a 4th place, and then me, 2nd and 3rd place, right? So what I mean, and then in the following round, in round 2, same thing. The top 2 teams were people who got 1st place. So in this format, if you get 1st place, you're going to move on, right? Then you've opened yourself up to move on. But here's my problem, is between truly top tier, evenly matched players, you can't really control if you get 1st place. It comes down to RNG, it comes down to luck, right? It doesn't come down to skill. Top 3 is more skill oriented. So if the tournament organizers want to make matches that are only best of 2s, they have to change the point system, right? Because they put too much weight on 1st place. Remember, 1st place gets 2 extra points. So say 1st place would have, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place would have just been 1 point differences. Then me and the 2nd place person would have actually tied, and actually I would have advanced because I had more wins than losses if you look round by round, right? So if you notice the last column, he has 15. So his plus minus is 15 minus 17, and that's the tiebreaker, okay? So if we would add tied points, I would have advanced because I won more of my rounds in the games that we played, okay? So that's something I think needs to change in this, but it's like I predicted, but I just want to bring this up because we did have those predictions yesterday, and to me, they all played out almost exactly like I thought they would play out. So I just want to share that with everybody, share the game with people. And anyways, hope you enjoyed. Take care. Talk to you later. And yep.